Hey, are we live anywhere?
It's showing live on the top up there.
Oh,
So
shoot. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there it is. Are we live anywhere? Yes, we're live. Thanks, Echo. All right. And so, this is the Breakaway live here from various parts of Texas. I'm in Dallas. Hi.
and I'm in the sticks,
Which sticks? North, south, east, or west?
central, right in the dead center,
Ooh.
right in the dead center of Texas.
All right. So, you're in my hometown area ish.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. I was born in Fort Hood. So,
Well, I live in a little town called Brady, Texas. So
ah,
it is
Brady.
it is the heart of Texas.
Yes, sir. How we doing sound wise? Can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear a little bit of my voice back there in the background.
Ah, how do I fix that? Here,
But
let's
if
try this.
you had have headphones or
I do, but they're not very good.
okay, okay,
How about this? Is that better?
that sounds a lot better. Be honest.
Sounds a lot better.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me fix part of this chair and prop up the microphone on the chair. There we go. Hey, that's what an armrest is for. Ha ha!
Hmm,
The irony.
the irony.
I'm not using an armrest to rest my arms. It has a microphone on it. So here we are, game five, right?
Game five. Still
And what do we got? A 4-0 loss to look at.
an ugly 4-0 loss.
Ugly 4-0 loss.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Let me ask you, did anybody show up?
I don't know, man. It sure didn't look like uh they were having problems like the problems that had cropped up in the last 8 games of the season looked like it was kind of reared its ugly head. They were having uh, problems passing the puck. They weren't able to get any kind of good breakouts or anything. It was um, at one point whenever I was watching the game, it seemed like uh, the Avalanche were just in the Stars zone the entire night, and it probably really should have been like 8-0 because Otter was just standing on his head half the night.
Yeah, that back end of the Stars there is what's the word? Something.
Yeah, I really um, not the. I mean, like you don't want to call these guys out, but the defensive group really did let them down. I think there was a lot of turnovers. There was one possession in the zone. I can't remember who it was, but he absolutely got manhandled and ended up going in a breakaway the opposite direction. So it just they just were not in sync. They were just not together that game, and hopefully they'll right the ship and get everything they need to get figured out, and they'll come out gangbusters in this game.
You know, it's funny too because I read something about coach saying if they go back to the formula from the last couple of games, not game four, but the other two that they won,
Hmm.
they'll win again. And I gotta say, you played from behind then too, if I remember right. I mean,
I
the
don't think
Stars have only let, huh?
I was didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't think they've led any in as far as like the first period of any of these series. Like it's just been they start off
Nope. Just a minute.
Yeah,
A minute and like 45 is all they've led.
yeah, that's crazy.
That sucks. And there's been, if you look at, are you part of any of the Facebook groups or anything like that?
I am part of one. I need to get, I guess, get you to invite me in a couple other ones because the one I was a part of, which I didn't see your name on there, so uh, they were definitely talking some trash about the stars. It wasn't pretty. It was not pretty. So
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, is it talking trash about them when a lot of what you're saying is true?
I don't think it's talking trash like when you're civil about it, but some of these places they get a little ridiculous with how they approach expressing their opinion. Um, but
Oh,
or
for sure, dude, for sure.
overall though, I mean, if you know the gameplay on the ice uh, warrants the feedback, you know. So,
Resituating, sorry.
no, that's all right, man.
Um, yeah, I don't even know what you would say that's good. I mean, 4-0 loss.
Otter.
What do you say?
I mean, I know he kind of let up a couple of like. See, and this is the thing too. Like Otter, man, he was like staying on his head. He was making some crazy saves, but then he lit a couple that was just like, those probably shouldn't have got by. Or at least I would think that he would normally save those. It wasn't like it just. Now there was a breakaway, a giveaway that that's just going to be hard to stop no matter what. But uh,
Yeah.
there was a couple other shots that just like he stopped all those other ones. You know, but anyway, I'm not there. I'm not a professional. He's a professional.
Well, how about this? Did they look like on defense? Did they look like they were just standing around? I mean, anybody could tell you that.
They
Like, did they?
definitely, yeah, they definitely were not. I don't think they were statues, but they just looked confused. Like they just looked like uh, this is just from my perspective. It just looked like they threw the lineup together. None of them had ever played with each other, and they were just kind of constantly like looking at each other like, weren't you supposed to be there? I know, and then it's like, weren't you supposed to be there? That kind of situation, Um,
Yeah.
but it just
I
wasn't.
mean, Colorado is one of those teams that, at least against Dallas, man, I saw them go down 3-0. The Avalanche. They went down 3-0 to the Stars, and they came back and beat them 6-3. So, I mean, the Dallas just anybody can tell you this too. By the way, it doesn't take a trained professional. They just need to put their foot down. Like, why are you coasting? They need to stop coasting. They need to just go at it. Like, I feel like they don't have any attack on them anymore either.
Yeah, I kind of think they, um, for whatever reason, they kind of lose that fighting the dog mentality. They just kind of, it's either not so much like coasting, but just like, oh, like they almost look like they're tired, like they have no energy. There's no like urgency, like in their play. A lot of times you see, uh, that's just perspective, So, but I'm sure those guys are hustling. They're doing everything they can, but it looked like if you could rate speeds on that game, it looked like Dallas was stuck in first gear and the Avalanche were like in fourth overdrive. Like they were flying up and down the ice. I mean, there was no stopping them.
Yeah, that's what happened when they came back and beat Dallas 6-3. That one game. They just started out changing them, and it was done. So, I mean, I think that goes back to what you said about urgency and, just coming to play because, I mean, when they come to play, they can beat anybody too. Heck, they came from behind and beat Colorado in the playoffs already.
All
But I
right.
don't have any confidence in them, dude.
Yeah, my confidence is definitely waned a little bit. You know, after the game 2 and 3, I was really thought like, okay, Dallas was really going to solidify themselves as the team to kind of set the tone for the series. You know, after losing the first game, but that game 4, uh, uh, if Dallas shows up with that team, the series is over. I think if they fall down this game, I really don't see them winning the next 2. I think it'll be over. They'll put up a fight, I'm sure, but I just don't see them being able to recover.
No, you're right. And the sad thing is, old buddy Ralph Strangis, he said something on Substack that all they got to do is just come out firing. I paraphrased just then, but he's right. They just have to shoot the puck.
Yeah. So sometimes it's just best to get the puck on net. I mean, it's we've been playing uh, the crazy video game um, NHL, and when you play that, sometimes you see guys they just do the same thing over and over and over and over, and
Mhm.
that's what it felt like watching the Stars. Like they were doing the same thing over. It wasn't working, and they kept doing it and kept doing it, kept trying it. I'm like, let's do something else, but it was always either dump the puck in, and and another thing for me too, it felt like they were making line changes uh, constantly, and I know they were getting tired because they were holding it into the zone. But the first time they would get a hold of the puck in their possession, they go down, they dump it in, and line change. Well, Colorado would get the puck right back and go back down and control the puck again for that whole line, and then Dallas get the puck, they'd have to dump it in, and then it was just a vicious cycle that never changed. It never changed, and it was rough. It was rough to watch, man. Uh, I think middle of the third, I just turned it off and said, "There's no way they're coming back." It's,
I mean, sometimes you just know that stuff, man.
yeah, I mean, there was, you always hold out hope, because I'll check my, CBS Sports app and look like, how did they score? And I was like, oh, no. What I predicted in my head was what happened. So, uh,
There is no way you walk into this game 5, after a 4-0 loss with confidence either. I'm sorry. Well, as a fan, I hope the players have confidence.
I hope the players have confidence. Yeah. But I think really, truly, honestly, like you have to come in with confidence of we're not letting this happen again. We are going to change the outcome of this game. It's not going to be what happened, and uh, and I think that's the attitude they got to come in. Like I don't think you come in with the attitude like, oh yeah, we got this in the bag, guys. We play our game. We've got this. No, you played your game the last game, and they totally dominated you. So yeah, you've got to change it up.
And it shows that they're missing Miro and Robertson too. Like that is a glaring weakness.
Yeah. Again, like I said, like the defense breakout passes. There was so many bad passes. They either passed it like in the open ice, and the Avalanche would come pick it up, or they would make a bad long pass where the Avalanche would would intercept it. It was just I was all like, man, it almost look like pee wee hockey out here sometimes. Man. But but
Yep.
I just think they've got to be more like focused. I don't know. It just like they've got to really focus in on what they're doing, zone out, whatever what's going on. Again, this is just me talking. You know, I'm a couch coach, so couch critic.
Okay. Well,
They
I mean, you're just throwing out hopes, so there's that. Got nothing, man. Yeah, I just hope they show up. Like I said on Facebook, just score one.
yeah, I think if they're able to get the first goal and really kind of set the tone, I think we could look at a different type of game. But if they don't get things rolling right away and they fall down again, I just think that there's going to be that. Oh, here we go again, and the fans are going to be the same way. Oh, here we go again. You know, so
Well, the good news is that Jake doesn't lose back-to-back games, or doesn't seem to. Knock on wood. So there's that. But the 7-game losing streak at the end of the season begs to differ. So
that was just rough. To me, I think that's rough to end the season on because it that already uh, kind of puts your confidence on life support going into the playoffs.
yeah,
Um, but I think with Sagan coming in, especially in that second, third game, I think he brought life to the team, and hopefully, maybe he's able to step up and actually really bring something good to this fifth game, man. Because they need somebody to step up and kind of like take it up on their shoulders. Like, okay, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make the play and get things rolling.
yeah, they do in the worst way, and it could be anybody. It could be Rupe Hintz, it could be Wyatt Johnston. Where are those guys?
Yeah, yeah. Somebody, one of them. You know, I mean, we've got talent. We've got talent across the board. Um, there is there are scores on every line. So we just need them to step it up, get it done. Talk is cheap.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Like, okay, if you're gonna play like that, like or if you're gonna talk like that, back it up. Nobody's talking like that though. That's part of the problem in my eyes. Like, but how can you talk like that when you're behind?
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I really think their confidence is kind of shaken. I really do. I think, and that all stemmed from the kind of the fall apart of the end of the season. Those 7 8 games where they just could not get over the hump, and they had ample opportunity to get that first seed, and they couldn't uh, get the prize, man, and just the way they kind of fell apart, and then Robo getting hurt, that just added to the misery.
Did. And they always say the next man up, man. They haven't really shown that either. It's
No,
like talk is cheap, like you said.
yeah, you'll see like a glimpse, here and there, like, oh, here we're fixing to start rolling, and then it just the wheels fall off, and like I said, they'll get an opportunity to get in the zone, look like they're gonna do something really good, and turnover or bad pass. Uh, it's just constantly something.
What about if they just carried it into the zone and shot it?
And that would probably be better than what they're doing. I mean, because so many times they carry it in the zone, they don't even get a shot on net. Like they'll carry it in the zone, and if they actually um, get a legit like um, offensive setup in the zone, and then they turn it over, and maybe they make a few good passes and cycle the puck around, but they never take a shot. They never get a scoring chance, and then all of a sudden it's the one bad pass, the turnover, and then it's going the other way, and the guys are already kind of winded. They've been out there a little bit, which that wasn't the case in that last game. Like I said, I don't think they spent. I really wish I could see the stats on that, but I would almost guarantee you it was less than 5 minutes of that entire game that they were in the Avalanche zone in the scoring scoring zone. It was rough.
It seems like it's a lot of games, not just against Colorado either. It's like they wait for the other team to make a mistake and then they pounce.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been their game. They kind of play, uh, I guess, mellow. I guess you would say. Just really kind of keep everything in front of them. Don't make the mistake, and then the other team makes a mistake, and uh, they'll make them pay for it. But it seems like in the playoffs, the Avs are not making a lot of mistakes, especially in these big games. So this
I
week,
mean, they might make a couple mistakes if somebody would hit somebody.
and
Just
they
saying.
were actually um, a little bit more physical. I would say that would be another thing too. Like they were actually a little bit more physical. I think this game, but it was not paying off for them.
Somebody other than Jamie Benn, or was it just Jamie?
Well, Jamie and I noticed like Steele and uh, Black and those guys in the fourth line and stuff. They were going after it pretty good, man. I mean, they were laying some hip checks, and uh, I think uh, let's see, Granlund and Marchment. I think they were both like had pretty decent hits. Which of course Mason, you gotta watch out because he seemed like the refs have got a target on him. Like and some players, like if he touches them and his hands or stick is anywhere close to their face, they're taking the fall or whatever, and he's going in the penalty box. So
Yeah,
uh,
that's his reputation, though.
yeah,
And I really hate that with the officials. Like, why does a reputation even matter? I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But, they shouldn't be stereotyped. Stereotyped, I guess, is what I'm saying.
yeah. I was just kind of watching some of the replays back from the last game on Victory Plus, and they were showing the puck where I think Connor from the Avs just destroyed the defenseman after they had cycled the puck around to him, and he hits him, basically knocks him off his off balance, and just takes the puck, goes and scores. Like this, that was like in that situation, just dump the puck, get rid of it. I mean, the guy's coming full speed ahead at you like a bull, man. Get rid of it. Don't try to sidestep him or take a chance. But
Yeah, it's not like a video game, man. You can't just get up and go.
yeah,
Golly. That's why I don't have any faith in them right now either, because Colorado's making all the right moves. They're hitting at the right times, and Dallas just seems to be there, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like,
yeah.
I know they're aware of what's at stake. Coach says it, blah blah blah, but it's like they can't keep up.
Tell you what, this guy for the Avalanche, McKinnon, he is owning the Stars right now. I think he's got like 5 points so far in this game or in this series. So That's
Mm.
he kind of puts me in the mind of the guy from Edmonton. I can't think of his name. You may have to help me. Um, McDavid. It's McDavid, isn't it?
McKinnon?
Yeah, McKinnon. McKinnon from the Avs kind of reminds me of McDavid from Edmonton.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar, I guess, and the Stars struggle with McDavid. I mean, he'll deke through the entire offense and defense and coast to coast score. He's like that Mike McDonald type player, and uh, McKinnon is just he's kind of the same way. Like he's got the same mentality and stuff. And
Yeah. That's crazy.
yeah, he's on the Stars basically this series. 5 points.
Are you serious? 5 points.
5 points. He's got 4 goals, 1 assist, and um, I think they were showing like his offensive pressure in the zone or whatever is like extremely high. So uh, they've got to control that guy. They really do. They've got to control that guy somehow. Keep him from taking over the game.
There, I thought Makar would be one of the worst for
He's
the Stars.
actually had a decent series. I think this last game I think is the best game so far of the series. He got rolling. Uh, was dishing the puck around pretty well. Uh, I think I did see one play where he took the puck in their zone, skated past one star at their blue line, skated past two more stars at uh, mid ice, in between mid ice and our blue line, and then got in the zone and set up a scoring shot. So it was just like I said, they were all in fourth gear and Dallas was in first gear. And it was just the way it seemed. It was crazy.
Yeah, that needs to change or this season's over.
Yeah, obviously we got this game and the next game, but like I said, for me, if the Stars lose this one, it's it. I don't see them coming back 2 games. I mean,
Yeah, I'm with you. And I saw a post on social media too where it was comparing, I believe it was this season to 99, I think it was, when they played them again on the way to the Stanley Cup, though.
mm,
And it's so far lining up to be perfect. Like loss for loss, win for win, win for win. Ooh. It's kind of similar in the way that went down. And I'm just like, no, this team is not that team.
no, I would like to see what the scores were. I mean, I'm obviously I could probably look it up on my iPad, but I would like to see what the scores were in that series. Uh,
I think it was 99.
see if it'll search it up.
But on the subject, like I don't think this team compares to that team at all. You know, they had people willing to hit, people willing to make some crazy plays to keep the team going. It's like I feel like for this team, the only one willing to make a impactful hit is Jamie Benn. And by impactful hit, I mean hit at the right time, I guess. Because yeah, they all make hits, they all make plays, but Colorado makes the better ones.
It definitely seems that way. And as luck would have it, of course, the internet never fails. So uh, I have the stats from that series. Game one, Avalanche won 2-1. Game 2, Stars won 4-2. Game 3, Stars won 3-0. Game 4, Avalanche won 3-2 overtime and win there. Um, Game 5, Avalanche won 7-5. Game 6, Dallas came back, won 4-1, and then Game 7, Dallas won 4-1 as well. That was the series back in '99.
So it went the full 7.
And the only team that got skunked in that series in any game was Game 3 when Dallas shut them out 3-0. Game 3.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, I could see why there's some comparison there,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think this team has that in them. What is it the football players say? They don't have that dog in them.
Yeah, they don't have the dog. Oh,
They don't have that dog in them.
see, leading goal scorer for the Stars in that series was Jamie Langenbrunner. He had 5. Joe Neuendijk had 3. Brett Hull had 3. Mike Modano only had 1 in that series, but he did have 3 assists. Um, assist machine in that series was also Joe Neuendijk. He had 7 total, or 9 total points. I'm sorry, in that series. For the Avs, that series, the leading goal scorer was actually it was tied. Uh, Comiskey had 3, and then which I'm going to butcher these names, obviously. And Chris Drury had 3, but that was the leading goal scorers in that series. So uh, we've already got an Avalanche player that's got 4 goals, so he's already beat in 4 games what their leading scorer had in the entire series that playoff run. So.
Wow.
Of course, that's when they had Peter Forsberg and also Joe Sakic. Claude Lemieux was on that team also. Theo Fleury.
Theo Fleury?
Theo Fleury, yeah, was the right wing.
Oops.
Milan Hajduk.
Milan Hajduk. Oh my. Hajduk was a dog.
He was, man. Yeah, now I'm starting to read like all these names and stuff. I'm like, memories are coming back, like good memories, man. But I want to see the Stars win another one, man. But I don't know. These guys are scaring me. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're getting close to game time too, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So, what's the plan, Capitan?
Well, I don't have a way to plug in this laptop, so
Is it about drained?
I don't really know. I cannot see it, and I don't want to put my face in the middle of the screen. I'm doing it anyway. Look at that. Nah, it's good.
Well, I was fixing to say I had pulled up our stream, and none of our videos actually showing on the stream.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened with Ralph. I don't know what happened. Because audio and video are both checked. Okay. Well.
I mean, I I don't really care, obviously, but I just
Well, I mean, it was a good test stream, I guess.
yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead and end this. Maybe you can help me through it if you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right.